Welcome everyone to the Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation's Community Scholarship Program Graduation Celebration. I'm Betsy Petoskey, Chair of the Foundation's Board of Trustees. I've had the privilege of being in room previously for our scholarship luncheon. Although we're gathering virtually today, I think this event may be the best one yet because we're celebrating a dozen graduates among the community scholars. Everyone will be muted for most of the program, but we encourage you to react throughout the program to all the exciting news you'll hear via the chat function and Zoom emojis. That's because this is indeed a celebration. Feel free to enjoy the goodies you should have received in the mail. It's mid-afternoon on a Friday, so we might all need a little snack break. And I know we're going to be energized by our students and their success. Let me first set the stage for how we arrived at this point today of celebrating graduates of the Community Scholarship Program, which we shorthand as CSP. In 2014, the Community Foundation determined that awarding one-time scholarships for graduating high school seniors to start college was not enough. We decided to focus on new scholarships. So our new scholarships are increasing local college graduation rates for young people who are first-generation college students, students of color, or from families with financial need. The foundation established a new program to promote degree attainment with this targeted focus through multi-year awards and dedicated college success coaches to assist students in navigating their higher education journeys. We were so grateful to launch this program with an anonymous $1 million gift, which included a $250,000 challenge match for a Level the Playing Field fund within CSP to level the playing field for students with financial need graduating from Washtenaw County Public Schools. Since the first CSP cohort was selected in 2016, the program has evolved to meet opportunities and challenges. And the program structure was tested like never before with the pandemic. 5 years later, this program has grown from an idea with no funding to a program that has awarded more than $1.5 million to 73 scholars. And today we are celebrating a dozen CSP graduates. The Community Scholarship Program is a model for community foundations. All of us who are proud Washtenaw County residents, and I'm a townie myself, are not surprised that this great concept, born here, has attracted attention across the country. Students from Washtenaw County schools and their families, teachers, and counselors, along with donors, supporters, volunteers, and partners who believe in the power of scholarships, make CSP a true community program. And we have the collective group represented on the call today. On behalf of our board and staff, I thank all of you. Now, the Community Foundation CEO, Neil Hajra, will share a few more words about the format for today and all we are celebrating.
Thanks, Betsy. We really appreciate your leadership at the foundation. Hello, everyone. I want to echo Betsy's gratitude for all the community partners who make the Community Scholarship Program a success. We're celebrating the scholars, and they continue to tell us that knowing how many people believe in them and their potential helps motivate them to persist through their college journeys, along with support of the college success coaches. So again, thank you to everyone who plays a role in this program, including those who couldn't join us today and will be watching this recording. As an organization that values knowledge, the foundation has continued to assess and refine the Community Scholarship Program to be sure we are encouraging degree attainment, the goal of this program and what we're celebrating today. Because CSP has grown through the years to now more than a $4.5 million endowment comprising more than 20 named funds, we have been able to increase funding packages and make them flexible in the timing of their usage by students. We now provide scholars with up to $20,000 per student for up to 5 years. We assess data in creating this program, and we continue to operate and refine this program based on data. including an independent evaluation being conducted by Eastern Michigan University and funded by the R&R Foundation regarding the critical role of the college success coaches. Our partner organizations and our college success coaches, whom I'm going to introduce next, identified the need for an emergency aid and financial assistance fund a few years ago. The purpose of this fund was to fund the expenses beyond traditional scholarship support for tuition. As you can imagine, during the pandemic, this fund was more critical than ever to help students navigate virtual learning and to address gaps from programs no longer provided by a physical campus. Once again, donors like those of you on this Zoom responded with critical funding, and we are so grateful. Persisting through a pandemic posed challenges to all of our college students and many others as well. It's a testament to the scholars, as well as the strength of the community behind this program, that today we are celebrating students who are graduating well above national benchmarks. That's right, not only did CSP scholars persevere during a pandemic, most of them are graduating within 4 years, and that's no longer the national norm even before a pandemic. The college success coaches help all the CSP students stay on track and earn their degrees. We are so fortunate to have two private family foundations, the James A. and Faith Knight Foundation and the R&R Foundation, to help support this unique aspect of the CSP program, coaches who serve as dedicated mentors assigned to all scholars. The two current CSP college success coaches, Kendra Agee and Marshall Averill, have experience in admissions and financial aid and a passion for helping young scholars to achieve their full potential. Kendra has both a bachelor's and a master's degree from Oakland University, where she also worked in their pre-college programs office. She has spent her career promoting education and career planning. Marshall brings his background in financial empowerment and stability, including positions at AmeriCorps and the United Way of Washtenaw County, to his work with the CSP students. Marshall holds a BS from Eastern Michigan University, where he also worked in the admissions office. For our program today, Marshall and Kendra are both going to say a few words about the graduates. Each student presented today will also have a moment to share what they are taking away from their educational journeys and what their plans are next. So get ready to celebrate. Congratulations to the students and to all of their families. We are so excited for the impact these young scholars are going to continue to make in our community and in society. Marshall, I'm now turning over the program to you.
Thank you very much, Neil. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm going to share a little bit about some of the graduates. Alu, respectfully, Mr. Alu, one of the hardest working young men that I know, working 2 jobs, often working over 80 hours a week while attending school. As a construction management graduate of Washtenaw Community College, Alu embodies the old phrase, measure twice, cut once. He's never afraid to ask clarifying questions and is all the better because of it. In the fall, Alu will be transferring to Eastern Michigan University, where he will complete the final year of his bachelor's degree.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Aliu Bachili, and like many of the students here, one of the recipients of the Community Scholarship Program. And I'd like to take this time to see some faces that I've never seen before who have been working in the background. And thank you all personally for all that you have done and continue to do, not just for me, but for many others in the same situation as I am. I would like to take this time to personally thank Mary Allen and the success coaches, none that I've worked with closer than Mary Allen and Marshall himself. I'd like to very much thank you and continue to work with you all and show my appreciation. And I feel in this situation, words are not enough to display how much you all have done for me in terms of my success in my personal life and in pursuing my goals as a student. And I feel the only way I could thank you with that is by continuing to do what I do and succeeding, so you guys know that your investments are not going to waste and that you are all, I can make all of you guys proud, and I will continue to do so. Being a part of the community scholarship program, and I can say this, the community aspect of it is what has been the most impactful to me, being able to reach out to people for help. And I've learned the value of planning and risk assessment, as Marshall pointed out. We've worked together very closely in terms of planning what's next, looking to the future, and risk assessment and seeing what I can do better. I've very much grown as a person when it comes to planning stuff out and working accordingly. And that's been an important aspect of it. Lessons that I've learned is to very much take advantage of situations that I am in. And in terms of that, I mean, learning to use the resources around me and taking full advantage of it in terms of my benefit and taking care of everything else that I do in succeeding in the classroom and outside of the classroom. And for that, I'd like to say I'm very grateful for all of you. Thank you guys for having me. And for those of you that I've not seen yet and I've not shaken your hand before, I'm sorry I can't do so right now, but it is very great to meet you all. I hope to see and hear from you again.
Thank you, Elu. I know I speak for not just myself when I say that we are all very proud of you. Up next, Kevin. Kevin always sticks out in my mind as being the very first student to meet with me in this role, and for that, I'm always going to be very grateful to Kevin. Kevin has earned his degree in biology from Eastern Michigan University, where he finished with a very strong 3.8 GPA. Kevin is taking a gap year before applying to physician's assistance programs. Kevin also served as a mentor to younger students while he was at EMU. Kevin, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. I just want to keep it short and sweet because I think that's the way to go. I just want to thank everybody here for making the community scholarship possible. All of the students, I'm sure, are incredibly grateful for it. Like Marshall said, I did mentor schools and I mentor younger students, and I did take some of his teachings and try to implement them into my own students. So that's also how why I'm thankful for Marshall and also Mary Ellen for always responding quickly. So that's all about I have to say. I'm just really grateful for all of you.
Again, Kevin, I know I speak for all of us when I say that we are so proud of you. Up next is Diana. Diana is a double graduate of Washtenaw Community College with degrees in both pre-engineering and math and science. She is also, both of those degrees, graduated with honors due to her extremely strong work ethic and dedication. She now attends University of Michigan Dearborn, where she's studying biomedical engineering and is just 3 short semesters away from finishing her bachelor's degree. When I think of Diana, I see an unstoppable force. It does not matter the obstacle in front of her. The only question Diana has ever come to me with is some form of, what do I need to do to keep moving forward? And for that, I am so impressed with her. Diana, the floor is yours.
I just when I transferred to U of M, it's a double major in bioengineering and mechanical. I did change it. I do apologize if there was some miscommunication there. But yes, 3 semesters. I am excited, and I want to say thank you for all the help and for always being there, Marshall and Mary Ellen. If I do have any questions, everybody ASAP, everyone replies and they're always there. So I do want to say thank you. And of course, having your support also financially is it's a huge help in terms of school, because school is very expensive. So I'm 3 semesters away from finishing, and I'm actually really excited. And I just want to say thank you. And I can't say thank you enough, because it has been a huge help.
Yes, you from all of us, to all 3 of you, you are very welcome. And again, we are just so proud of you. And to you, Diana, in particular, we can't wait to see, what happens next as you go on and finish up at U of M. Next, we have Brooke. Brooke Besford is an extremely determined young person. All of my interactions with Brooke are goal-oriented, and very few people that I have worked with are so eager to take the information that they have been provided and just run with it. Brooke recently graduated from MSU with a degree in criminal justice while maintaining a 3.6 GPA. And she recently began her career in, I hope I'm not messing it up, corporate fraud protection. Next is Beatrice. Beatrice is a student at MSU who is kind of an anomaly. She managed to graduate in 4 years, even with an early first-year transfer from St. Mary's. Beatrice is a self-determined and incredibly motivated young person, and she'll be graduating from MSU with her degree in economics, with the goal of, I believe, working in policy. Up next, we have Destiny, Des, as she is known to me. If described in a word, Destiny is resilient. Des is a graduate from an extremely rigorous illustration program at the College for Creative Studies. With her amazing and honestly evocative art, she is able to bring simple lines and colors to life and tell stories. I personally, and I know a few other people in the room, are really looking forward to seeing Destiny's artwork on the big screen or in comic books, two areas that she is both very passionate about. Up next, we have Ajane. Ajane, if described in a word, is passion every single time. Ajane is at EMU studying education, and she also works as an educator. She cares for her students with a genuineness and a level of passion that, as a fellow educator, I hope that I can maintain every day as well. Her hopes are to build a teaching career that will allow her to teach abroad. And she also is a graduate of Washtenaw Community College, graduating in 2019 with honors. I believe that Ajane is in the house somewhere. Yeah, there she is. Take it away.
Hi, first I would like to say thank you to Mary Ellen and Marshall, because I cannot have done it without them. Like, other than school, like I had a roller coaster jobs, home life, and right now I'm in Giza in Egypt. And I came here. Well, I went to Morocco 2 years ago. I've been going to different countries to find like country I want to live and teach. And Egypt, I love it. Like, I feel like I'm living my best life, and I already got into connections with other people about teaching jobs. And so I graduate next year with spring 2022. Yeah, crazy. And then I'm planning to move to Egypt next year. So I'm just so excited. But like I said, I cannot have done it without the organization's help. And, it's just, I think Marshall taught me how to keep pushing through, because I had a lot of issues with my job, and he taught me to network with other people and to not give up. And like I said, I couldn't have done it. I wouldn't have got this far without them. So I really appreciate it.
Again, Ajane, I feel like I am a broken record, but we are so very proud of you and excited to see the things that you do next. And again, to all of you, we appreciate your thanks, but I want to remind you all that you are the ones that did the heavy lifting. You are the ones that got up every day and went to school and did the work. And we are our support, but you're the one that did the work. Last on my list is Tajay, or Taj, as she is known to me, another very hardworking and dedicated student. Taj will be graduating from Grand Valley in December with her bachelor's degree in health and nonprofit administration. Upon graduation, Taj intends to go directly into graduate school. That's a bit of her dedication. On top of being a full-time student, Taj works full-time in the healthcare industry and is an active volunteer in her community. She was not able to join us today due to some previous obligations that she had with a preschool program that she volunteers at. But again, we are so extremely proud of her. Yes, she's actually graduating a semester early and going to go straight into grad school because she is just so determined and so hardworking. That is all of my students. So for those that are here and for those that weren't, again, I just want to say thank you all for your hard work, for your dedication, for showing up every single day that I interact with you, hungry to do better, hungry to achieve, and never letting, when I push you, never letting that scare you, and always being willing to ride with me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and congratulations, and I wish you all the best. Kendra, passing it over to you.
Thank you so much, Marshall. As Marshall has already said, congratulations to all of the CSP students. We are so excited to be able to see you all on the other side of this journey. So this is just really an amazing day, an amazing opportunity to celebrate you all. So you all should be extremely proud of yourself. First, I would like to start with Chelsea. Chelsea little splash of pink. One thing I love about Chelsea is, in everything that Chelsea does, she is going to very much bring forth her personality. Chelsea was the very first CSP student I met. So I started right prior, like Marshall and I both started prior to the pandemic. So I had the opportunity to meet quite a few of my students in person. And Chelsea was my very first student. When the day we met, she was actually on a business call, and I knew right away that this young lady had so much fun, so much personality, and not only that, but she was going to do everything she needed to do in order to be successful. Chelsea will be graduating in the winter semester with a bachelor's in public relations from Wayne State University. Chelsea is the greatest example of what it means to be the phoenix that is constantly rising from the ashes. Chelsea's story is one where Chelsea has actually had quite the adventure along her academic career, but it eventually landed her at Wayne State, and so much so that she has overcome quite a few circumstances and has ended up on the dean's list 2 semesters in a row. She is also last summer actually, she was also given the opportunity to create and build her own freelance design and social media marketing agencies, where she has been able to create opportunities for herself prior to graduation. And she is excited about being the first of her parents' children to actually graduate from college. So Chelsea is one of the greatest examples of what opportunities are created for students who are a part of this program. Chelsea unfortunately could not be with us today. Chelsea was actually given a job opportunity at the beginning of this summer that is very much focused in on her field. So unfortunately, Chelsea is actually at work right now, but we still want to take the opportunity to celebrate Chelsea and all of her amazing accomplishments. Next, we have Monica. Monica is a graduate of Grand Valley State University. She will receive her bachelor's in health sciences. She is currently completing, I think, 2 courses right now, but at the end of the summer, her degree will actually be confirmed. She is a student who I would describe as ambitious. She is very much one with vision, and she is fiery. And a lot of people don't expect it from her because she seems very quiet, but you get Monica talking and you will be surprised. One of the things I can say about Monica is every time Monica and I talk, she always had a plan. So much so, I would literally have to stop and take notes. Like, Monica, this is not what we talked about the last time. But like I said, she's very much a person of vision. If I had to describe her in a quote, she is quiet but extremely mighty. I appreciated the fact that we had the opportunity in such a short time to create a relationship that was built on trust, because she was very open and very honest about the fact that her collegiate experience has been one where she felt very alone very often outside of having her family support. So Monica is currently trying to figure out what is next for her. She has decided that she is not prepared to go right back to school right now, but she has decided that there is a possibility that she will be attending grad school in the winter semester. Because she is going into the health sciences field, she also has the opportunity to do a lot of different things right now. So she is looking to go into the workforce. So Monica, we celebrate you as well. Next, we have Tracy. Tracy, I would describe as motivated, driven, and steady. When I met Tracy, the first thing I thought to myself was, wow, this guy has an amazing personality. So much so that I refer to him as Mr. Personality. I very much always enthused to talk to Tracy. Tracy is the one where I have to remind myself that I'm the coach and that he's actually the student, because he is very much a motivator. I appreciate the fact that he has amazing investments from his community, from his village. He talks very openly about the relationship that he has with his mom and the different people who support him. When I think about a quote that actually embodies Tracy, I think about the idea of the saying, is there a doctor in the house? Tracy has been on a pre-med track at Michigan State, and he is currently, unfortunately, not here with us because he is studying for the MCAT yet again. But he's extremely excited, and he plans on taking the MCAT in August, and he's excited to go on and to do medical school, and I know that he is going to do amazing things. What more could you ask for but a doctor who has an amazing personality? So once again, Tracy, we celebrate you as well. last but not least, Fanta. I would describe Fanta as a seeker of knowledge. She is adventurous and she is a leader. One of the things I noticed very quickly about Fanta was the fact that Fanta is very determined not only for herself, but for her family. Fanta is the oldest of all of her siblings, and unfortunately today she could not make it because one of her little sisters is graduating from high school. She enjoyed her time at University of Michigan Ann Arbor, where she would go on to get her degree in international studies. And one of the things that she talks about is the lifelong friends that she obtained in this adventure, as well as being able to internationally travel. Fanta is very much a person who dances to the beat of her own drum by any means. And every time I think that the drum is going one way, she would remind me very quickly that this was her song. Her plan currently is to go into philanthropy and to specifically help marginalized communities. So what better way than an opportunity like this to use as a blueprint as to what she hopes to go on and accomplish after her journey of obtaining her bachelor's. So once again, congratulations to all of the CSP students. We are so proud of you and know that any way that Marshall, myself, and the rest of the community that you created here can support you, we would love to do so. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Thank you and congratulations to all the students. Let's have everyone on the call take yourself off mute and let's give a collective cheer and round of applause for these amazing graduates. Just amazing. And I'll go off script for 1 minute and reflect on Kevin's comment. He, as a biology major, I was a biology major coming out of Western Michigan University more than 10 years ago. Although I taught science for a couple of years afterwards, my path changed and I went into the business world and my path continued to change and I never stopped learning. And I hope all of you graduates are open to the fact that getting your first degree is just the first step in a very long career, that be open to what is in front of you and all the great things that can happen to you. Hi, everybody. My name is Doug Weber, and I am the immediate past chair of the Foundation Board of Trustees. As a fifth generation Washtenaw County resident, I've been involved in the Community Foundation for a very long time. While I support all of our initiatives, the impact of the Community Scholarship Program particularly resonates for me. In fact, I'm especially proud of the Roy and Carol Weber Scholarship Fund named for my parents, which is a named fund within the CSP. The Community Scholarship Program is focused on degree attainment, and today has been a celebration for the program's college graduates. Congratulations to them and their families. You make us all proud. On behalf of the Community Foundation, I want to thank all who joined us today and thank everyone who makes the program possible. CSP is indeed an example of what makes Washtenaw County a special place. So many community members come together to make the Community Scholarship Program a success. Educational institutions, donors, trusts and family foundation partners, scholarship committee volunteers, foundation staff and board members, the college success coaches, and most of all, amazing students and their families. This concludes the formal program. We will continue to keep the Zoom link open for a few minutes for informal visiting. And again, congratulations to the graduates and thank you to everyone who puts the community in our Community Scholarship Program. Have a wonderful summer.